Oh. No, wait, they didn't reset the counter.
Alright, that's it, boys. 10-0 for Squirtle.
Oh, wait, they didn't reset the counter. Oh no.
Alright, and that's the game. Thanks for watching, everyone. Looks like Wumbo finally got his revenge. In a very, very surprising 10-0 sweep. You know, nobody expected this to happen. But, you know, Wumbo really came through on this one.
Are we gonna change this?
Well, only the players can reset. Only the current players can reset. So after this game,
the player resets and then just one kills itself on the
kills himself one.
Yes.
And it looks like Firestorm's gonna be the one to do that. Okay, we gotta tell them. Right. Reset counter.
Reset, and now
And now So Wumbo gets +1.
So Wumbo needs to get 9.
Alright. And now Wumbo, again, being pushed to the very top after his center forward. And meanwhile, Firestorm's just continuing on with his APM here. Gets it super nicely, okay. He's building up that looks to be doing something close to ST stacking. Actually decides to cancel it off. Again, very, very strong 7-2 stack. Putting on so much pressure to Wumbo. Wumbo looks to be getting a little bit drowned out by all this garbage, but he seems to have gotten a hold of the situation again, and is now a little bit more in control. Although again, you're never fully in control when Firestorm's while Firestorm's playing, because Firestorm just has so much APM that you really gotta stay on your toes. And it looks like Wumbo's under so much pressure here. But he's still surviving. He's using these doubles, singles, and triples to counter out Firestorm's sends. It's not the most efficient thing, but he's able to use his garbage for that. And he's using what he has. He tries to build kind of a improvised center combo. I'm not sure if that was meant to be a forward or not, since it lacked a lot of structure. But it was an attempt to add cheese onto Firestorm's board. And now Firestorm going with the off-center forward here. Trying to combo it off. It doesn't look like he can get a combo though. So that's gonna be it for that. So now Firestorm over here is just gonna be building an LST stack in the middle of his board. Again, stacking up even more. Misdrops the O piece, but he's still able to spike Wumbo out at that time. Now Wumbo's building up that center forward again. Now Firestorm's trying to get the APM that he needs to spike out Wumbo. Wumbo actually misdrops an I piece and an S piece. And that's gonna be the easy round for Firestorm there. Alright, so now Firestorm sending such a huge spike. Now Wumbo's pretty much got his hands tied. He's forced to start the combo here. And it just cancels, it just barely cancels what Firestorm was sending. So imagine that, a 4-wide that can't even cancel the back-to-back sends of Firestorm. Or back-to-back sends, because that's just how crazy Firestorm is. Firestorm was able to match the APM of that high combo. And he's keeping on going too. He has no intention of holding back on the APM here. He keeps on sending. Goes for a fractal too. That's a nice spike. Actually builds another floating T-spin there to get even more damage being sent Wumbo's way. And now he seems to be upstacking a lot more than he should be though. Firestorm got a bit greedy there. And Wumbo was able to take the game. So now we're tied at 2-2. So now Wumbo building up that center forward once again, as we've come to expect from him. And now that's putting Firestorm under a lot of pressure here. Firestorm building that TST, builds it up and sends it out. And it looks like Firestorm's under a lot of pressure here. He's trying to build without an I piece and get through all that clean garbage. He does get that L piece over though, which means that now he's going to be able to get to continue on down stacking and send that garbage right back at Wumbo. So now Wumbo's the one under pressure now too. Wumbo gets a super good down stack though, so that's gonna keep him pretty safe for now. Although you're not safe for long against Firestorm because he keeps on sending even more. So now Wumbo's looking like he's having a bit of trouble with down stacking here. So if Firestorm could just send off that fractal, he's saving up for those 2 T pieces, although he decides to cancel it off instead, goes for a combo, and that's gonna kill Wumbo. Okay. So Wumbo looks to be building up that center forward again, but he gets sent to the very top of his board, so it's gonna clip off the top a bit. And now Wumbo's in a lot of trouble here. If he can't get down and access that clean garbage fast, then Wumbo's gonna die. And Firestorm's just gonna be able to completely mow over him with all these down stacks, with all these back-to-backs and down stack combos. So, and we see exactly that happen. Wumbo tries to down stack, doesn't quite get the eyepiece in time, so has to go for a T-spin mini instead to try and skim for his life. But again, that kind of desperate attempt would not work against Firestorm. Alright, so now we have Firestorm over here, just trying to get some down stacks going. He's getting some nice garbage sends onto Wumbo, but again, Wumbo's doing a nice job of countering them. Actually, I don't know what was going on there, but he didn't use the eyepiece that he had. Actually, no, it was coming up, it wasn't in hold. Okay. So, he had an eyepiece coming up, but he couldn't quite get it down, so he lost that round. Just not quite fast enough. And now we have Firestorm over here, just trying to... He's trying to build out some more sends here. Just, again, spamming out so much APM, such high APM against Wumbo. Wumbo's down stacking, though. He's doing a good job staying on the defensive and keeping the amount of garbage and the amount of pressure that he has to take to a minimum. Doing a good job of controlling it, but, again... Even with that, he still has to deal with all of this, the sheer amount of garbage that Firestorm is sending right now. And so now we see Wumbo being spiked at the very top of his board here. He gets the Tetris, and that's gonna let him live a little bit longer, but Firestorm is still able to just keep on spiking him out. And looks like Wumbo has a kind of uneven center forward, so he's not going to be able to get... Actually, no, he does get a small combo off. Well, it's small for forward. So he is still in the game. He's not going to be under too much pressure here. It's far better than a failed forward where he's stuck at the top of the board, and Firestorm's able to just tap him out of the game. But yeah, we see now Firestorm going for this LST stacking, or not really LST, but it's just 2-7. And with that 2-7 stack, he's really probably the best at it. In pretty much out of anyone, he's probably the best at spamming T-spins with 2-7. And against APM like that, Wumbo just couldn't hold up. And so now, Wumbo's trying to down stack here. He's putting some lines onto Firestorm. Now Firestorm's forecasting another T-spin at the top there, and he gets to it. Now that's gonna put some damage onto Wumbo. Wumbo's now trying to down stack. He gets a T-spin double forecasted, but doesn't have an eyepiece. So under that much damage, he's getting a lot of damage sent to him under a lot of pressure here, and it looks like he takes the loss on that. So it's actually 8-2 for Firestorm. Firestorm getting a PC. He looks to be going for not the second one, but just more T-spins. So lots of damage onto Wumbo, but it's not too bad, because if Wumbo can just access the clean wells, then it's pretty free for him to just send right back to Firestorm. But it looks like Firestorm again, just the sheer amount of sends coming from him and the sheer amount of back-to-backs
Championship point
is enough to spike him out. And yeah, it's match point here, so Wumbo's gonna have to forward
and
like
tournament
he's never
point
forwarded before. Tournament point too. This is where we see whether Firestorm will win this tournament or not. Alright, and it looks like Wumbo's trying to downstack from there. He's being pretty efficient. And it does spike Firestorm to the top. Firestorm's trying to deal with all of this pressure being sent to him. And it looks like he does end up getting down. Nice T-spin doubles and Tetrises to get down from there. Keeping it very clean. Goes for a last T-spin double before switching up the well. And now he goes for a T-spin double, T-spin mini into another double. Meanwhile, Wumbo's going for a 0-9 stack. Just building up that T-spin double there too. And both of them are steering fairly low. Again, Wumbo doesn't seem to be cracking under this kind of pressure at all of tournament point. He's a very, very experienced player in tournament. And same with Firestorm. Firestorm's been around for quite a while. He's played in his fair share of tournaments. So we see now, Firestorm playing with a bit of a messy board here, but he's still getting his spikes out, and he's still not compromising his APM at all. Actually, the opposite. He's at 160 APM right now, which is absolutely nuts. And the fact that Wumbo is surviving against this is actually also amazing, too. Because Wumbo's holding his own against such crazy APM. This is definitely one of the best rounds of this tournament. And so now we see Firestorm finally being sent to the very top. Wumbo's messy sends have been getting to him, but it looks like not for long because Firestorm's downstack is definitely not lacking at all.
No, Wumbo.
He does go down, and now it's hurry up garbage. Wumbo with some misdrops here. He's gonna have to try and defend against all of Firestorm's attacks. Firestorm sends one last T-spin double in hurry up garbage at the very, forcing him to the very half of his board that he needs to survive. And that's the game. GG. Your winner for Jstris Cup 3, August 2019, is Firestorm 58.
Woohoo!
And in second place, we have Wumbo. And in third, we have Blarg. So, yeah, very, very good tournament today.
And in
Lots of
fourth,
good
we
games
got
that
C2Sam. A lot of epic stuff happened, like the keyboard. Dude, the keyboard!
You call it epic?
Keyboard!